Good morning, traders. Welcome to this video on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris from Elite Currency. Let's get started with the euro dollar weekly. Last week, small kind of doji in a way, maybe a little bit bearish, but certainly very strong momentum prior to that. Look at those three big bullish candles, in fact, dominating, I think, the scene at this moment. And you can see that in the monthly chart as well with the higher highs. So I think that the uptrend established, and I think it's expected to continue higher at this moment. Of course, there could always be retracements. Let's take a look at the daily chart, and we're seeing some daily candles that indicate some pullback. But I think the momentum is so strong that we're going to see a continuation up to the next quarter level and target at 122.50 and maybe further. Let's take a look here at the weekly chart. Let's put a fib on this expected wave 3. You can see that this is looking like a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern at this moment. So the minus 272 target even up at 123.60. So that could be the main target for the moment after 122.50. Back to lower time frames here, we're seeing a daily chart. And it looks to me, after completing wave 4, that we're looking at a wave 1, 2, a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's put the fib here. All right. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To finish at 3, then we might see a bull flag pattern. Once again, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another 5. So we could have two more higher highs, a wave 5, and then another wave 5. So if this dips, support is expected around 120. As you can see, the 50 fib, the previous top, and the 38.2 fib. So if it does break through the lows, I would say of Friday, that's the target zone, and that's also the bounce spot where the uptrend is expected to continue towards 122.50 and 123.50. 4-hour chart, though, might indicate that we're not going to go that deep because it looks like an ABC pattern has been already completed, and it looks like we made a break, pullback, and bounce, and continuation, in fact. Now, this is a little bit, I would say that this is not convincing price action as yet. I think we need a solid third candle here today to confirm that. If it doesn't happen today, then tomorrow and Wednesday, there's a higher chance, in my view, of a pullback to this 38.50 fib zone. And of course, as you can see, also the 144 EMA on this 4-hour chart. So let's see if we get that. In the next 3 candles, I would want to see a bullish candle that is, as a decent size candle, not smaller than 25 pips, bigger than 25 pips, basically, from high to low at least, and a bullish close, not more than half the candle, so it has to be at least halfway towards the high. And then I think we're looking at a decent breakout above this, and then I think that could signal a continuation higher to that 122.50 zone. In that regard, I don't expect price to go back below 121.25. But if we don't get that candle and we get dojis instead, then it's basically setting up for, it could break both ways, basically. If we get today, we get kind of, hang on, folks. We get some kind of dojis like this, okay? Then it's really kind of a triangle pattern, and it could break both ways. It depends if price breaks below the 20 EMA or above it, will indicate the breakout direction. If it breaks below it, as I said, we can get that deeper retracement and then the bounce, or if it breaks above it, then it could still get that breakout after the triangle pattern completes, maybe on a Wednesday or Thursday, for instance. So on the hourly chart, I don't think we'll see much new info. So that is about it for the euro dollar. Before we take a look at the pound, wanted to let you know there's a special offer from Monfex that is sponsoring with giving ECS Live 6 months for free, SUCA 40% discount, LOA EA 50% discount if you're one of these countries and you open an account with them through us. All right, so check that out. Otherwise, let's take a look at the pound USD. I just did a long-term wave analysis for 2021, the year 2021 in the blog today, so check it out. But very quickly, maybe this could look like a wave 5 of 5. Here, looking at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and within 5, it looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if price breaks through this resistance here about 134 134.25, 135. There could be one more push higher towards 137.50, for instance. So let's see if we can get that break. At this moment, price is in a vulnerable spot because of all that resistance. So what I would like to see is some kind of flag pattern, to be honest, and a bounce at the 21 EMA. And if it then breaks, that would actually look like a good breakout. Now it's just too risky and vulnerable for a pullback, in my view. And that pullback could even go to the head and shoulders level, although I don't expect it. I think a bull flag and then a breakout is more likely. But if it does go to the head and shoulders, there could be inverted head and shoulders. That could also be a bouncing spot. So that would be good for our upside, because I think the target could be at 137.50. We have a pretty good space here, as you can see. Now, that breakout would also break this long-term monthly line and be a clear break pullback continuation above the 21 EMA. So in that case, it's headed up to the previous resistance zone. Okay, and up in here, and that's where the wave 5 could end. I expect that to finish a wave A or 1, and then expecting an ABC back, and then an upside again, basically for a bigger ABC or 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this breakout could go as far as 137.50, 138.50, even 140. Anyhow, so that's good potential, but we need to see either a break and flag and continuation, or now a flag and bounce and continuation. If price, for whatever reason, breaks through basically the support zone here at 131.40 and 75, then it looks like the uptrend is over, and I suspect that we're going to get a bigger retracement. And in that case, we might be looking at a break below this trend line, and we might be looking at the end of a wave 5 here and of the A itself, and we could be looking at an ABC down. So something like this, for instance, like this, boom, boom, like that. 3 waves down, we'll put a fib on this swing. First target of that break is the 38.2 fib at 127. That could create a bounce back to 130 and then down to 124.50 and 122, even 118.50 maybe. I don't think it was that deep, but that could be a bouncing spot. Of course, all of this is dependent on the Brexit process, the UK and the US economy, COVID-19, geopolitics. So this long-term 2021 analysis, of course, might need to be updated if, Brexit or whatever process, whatever development occurs that changes this perspective. But at this moment, I think the likely path is up, then ABC down, and then up again. And this process might take more than a year, by the way. Don't get me wrong. This could be a very long process. If it fails, then we might see fails to push up and instead breaks the support. We might see an ABC down instead. But price shouldn't break this bottom if my bullish kind of vision is correct. That's it for now. Live webinars coming up with Elite Currency Mondays, Tuesdays. Check it out. And wish you all great trading. Cheers.